All right. And I like the way that blue matches with green and blue and green and blue. Because Always. On the low slope. Of course. It's a topic see what's happening.
Oh, no. The news, what's the report? The news is setting it up. I don't. I mean, we're just living in it.
The one I have, and I do have one in the car.
Yeah, of course he was. Shari.
You don't want to just go by that.
Shari.
Well, it's right. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. I'm Abby Thompson, president of the fellowship this year. I'd like to welcome you all to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Statesboro. Come, whoever you are, holding various beliefs, whatever your skin color, whatever your age or gender identity, whatever your abilities, remember to love. You are welcome in this, our religious home. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to any guests or visitors we have this morning. Just take a brief moment if you'd like to wave from your chair or introduce yourself. I know that some of you have come for the first time, and I'd love to extend a warm welcome to you and also let you know we have a website, uustatesboro.org, and if you'd like to share any contact information with us, we would be happy to send you some emails. We have newsletters and other weekly blasts as well. For the month of July, we're going to share half of our plate that's not designated as your pledge with our Helping Hands Ministerial Fund. And we've had some need in our community which has called us to create that fund for this month. And that goes towards people's light bills that may need or electric bills this month. Or if their car needed towing, for example, we were able to help them. So we'd love to help those in need. Now I'd like to invite you to join in our congregational affirmation that's on the wall here. Love is the spirit of this fellowship, and service is its prayer. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth and love, and to help one another. Now I'm delighted to welcome Shari to the pulpit for our presentation and worship. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. Good morning, friends. Good morning. As always, we begin our services with the lighting of our chalice, which is a symbol of our religious heritage. I will light it. You're welcome to say with me the chalice lighting words. And then we will hear from our live musician this morning. Mo is providing music for us, and he will sound a note, and we will rise and sing together after we put the chalice. This is our baptism of love and light, uniting us all our day and night. Rise up, O flame, rise up, to the city we shall joy. Rise up, O flame, rise up, within our limits.
I know, exactly. Right. But then,
Matilda, you and Izzy want to come down front? It's good.
I can't.
Now is the time for the stories for all ages. Anybody who wants to see the pictures is invited to come down closer. Our topic today is love. Course in Miracles and love. And so the book is called Love is Here. This was written by Mike Malworth. Shh. Listen. Can you hear it? Hidden in the storm clouds, stored up and waiting. Small drops drum on your coat, your wrist, your palm. They beat louder and louder. It's time for a celebration. Love is here. Everything is quiet now. Is love still here? Yes. The dry earth crackles and drips in the rainwater. Love wiggles down, feeding the green things that sprout with the softest pop. Take a deep breath. What smells so sweet? It's small but beautiful. And oh, how it moves. Love is reaching out and growing. Where is it going in such a hurry? Dancing and bending in the breeze, love carries all kinds of things. Balloons, power, seeds, and wings. Where is love taking them? Love lands, sending ripples out across the water as shining fish race the current. The moon is bright and full. Look beneath the surface. Love is there, too. How far down does it go? Love is calling from the deep, soft, low, and swelling with mystery. Can love be more amazing than this? And even when you are alone, love is here. It presses back against the vast darkness. Look, it's coming closer. Wings flutter onto your hands and rest. Love is yours. Hold it gently, and you feel it tugging. Love lifts you up higher and higher into the bright fullness. Is love here too? Yes. You can see it in the earth and all of its neighbors. And even beneath the blinking stars, love gazes back. Do you see it? Love is here, bright, free, and closer than you think, ready to be shared. Thank you for listening. And now, I'll invite anybody who'd like to rise and raise their UU fingers in the air, and we'll share the children's affirmation. We are Unitarian, Universalist, people of open minds, loving hearts, and helping hands. Thank you, everyone. And now I'll invite folks on the aisle to form the arch, and we will sing the children to their places. We shall sing. You are. Now is the time for a brief moment of meditation. Hear these words. It is our quiet time. We do not speak because the voices are within us. It is our quiet time. We do not walk because the earth is all within us. It is our quiet time. We do not dance because the music has lifted us to a place where the Spirit is. It is our quiet time. Let us open our minds and hearts to that place of quiet, to the silent prayer, to the healing of pain, and the soft, gentle coming of love. Our topic this morning is A Course in Miracles and love. I've been a student of A Course in Miracles since 1992. I bought the book on a travel trip to New York, which was unusual for me to go into a bookstore and spend $30, especially 30 years ago, for a book. But I don't know why. I was inspired to purchase that book. And I've studied it intermittently. I'll read it a while and I'll put it aside and I'll go explore something else, but I keep coming back to Course in Miracles because it makes more sense to me than anything else I've encountered as a framework for how to understand existence and how to be a good human, how to function the way I want to in the world. So I want to tell you a little bit about Course in Miracles. I want to tell you about my experiences with it, read a little bit, a few excerpts, share some of my favorite verses from the book, and then a little more of the history of how it came to be in the world, an overview, what other people have to say about Course in Miracles and whether it's evil or good, or different comments and reactions to it. And then I want us to read several things from our hymnals. Please look around and see if you have a hymnal near you, and if you don't, get one, because there are a couple of responsive readings I'll ask you to help with. I was surprised as I started going through the back of our hymnal with this topic in mind, how much there was there to support the understandings I gleaned from Course in Miracles, how much we are in accord. And of course, we have a variety of voices represented in the back of the book, but there are common themes that I think you will recognize and appreciate. Most days, as I said, I've been a student since 1992, but 4 years ago I got serious about it and decided to make this my daily spiritual practice again. And so most days, every morning and every evening, I spend time with Course in Miracles and meditate, 12 minutes usually, as I did this morning. And most days, after I've read and meditated, the prayer that I use is one from the back of the workbook. Course in Miracles is 3 books. The workbook is the third part of it. The workbook is the second part, which has a daily lesson, 365 lessons. And one of the last lessons in the book, when you've completed the workbook, the instruction in the workbook is to turn you over to your own internal teacher, to stop and listen for guidance, to use what you've learned, but to continue on your own path, listening to an internal teacher. And so the prayer that's suggested for that, and that I still use most days, and I just said to calm myself as we were meditating, is this holy instant would I give to you, Holy Spirit. Be you in charge, for I would follow you, certain your direction brings peace. I want to share just a few other excerpts, verses, and then tell you more about the history. God's will for me is perfect happiness. And some of this I've paraphrased. One thing that was a bit of a stumbling block for me early days with the Course is its very he-centric language. And so I've needed to rephrase to make it gender neutral, to make it feel better for me. So this is an example of that. Spirits are we, holy children of God, forever safe and healed and holy, free to forgive, free to save the world. Eternal love and light surrounds, supports, sustains, holds, and heals us all. I am here only to be truly helpful. I need not worry what to say or what to do, because he who sent me will direct me. I am happy to be wherever he wishes, knowing he goes there with me. I will be healed as I let him teach me to heal. Before I get into more of the story of how it came to be, I've asked 3 people to share with us some readings from the back of the book, some invitations to love. And just from the seat, if you will, please, Aaron, share with us.
So, coming to the circle of love and justice, coming to the community of mercy, holiness, and health, coming you shall know peace and joy. Adapted from Israel Samuel.
Thank you, Aaron. Mike.
O spinner, weaver of our lives, your loom is love. May we who are gathered here be empowered by that love to weave new patterns of truth and justice into a web of life that is strong, beautiful, and everlasting.
Thank you. And Cassie.
May we be reminded here of our highest aspirations and inspired to bring our gifts of love and service to the altar of humanity. May we know once again that we are not isolated beings, but connected in mystery and miracle to the universe, to this community, and to each other.
Amen. May it be so. Thank you, friends. Next, I'd like to tell you a little about the origins of the course, how it came to be. We have touchy wires, so I try not to touch the one that makes the weird noise. So, Course in Miracles has been around for more than 30 years. Two university professors, Helen Shupman and William Thetford, worked together at Columbia University, a medical school in New York City, back in the 60s. They were having a conversation. He was the chair, and he had hired her. They were both medical psychologists. And they were having a conversation one day about their frustration with their work situation. Apparently, it was a very competitive, not very collegial, just not a happy place to work. And Bill exclaimed to Helen, "There's got to be a better way." And Helen responded, "Yes, I will help you find it." Shortly thereafter, she began hearing what she described as an inner voice, inner dictation. She started taking notes in longhand, and she would write it out in longhand and then come in, and whenever they had a chance, she would read it aloud to Bill, and he would type it up. And over the course of the next 7 years, that's how the Course in Miracles came to be. They decided later that that little conversation they had was that little willingness they had offered to Holy Spirit, that they were willing to take on this task. And so they were both pretty uncomfortable and skeptical about it, but she said it never really occurred to her not to do it. That it just felt like it was what she was supposed to do. As I said, 7 years taking down all this material. In 1976, it was published. Before that, there were Xerox copies going around with people, spreading it word of mouth. But in 1976, a group of individuals came together and formed the Foundation for Inner Peace, and they were able to publish the book. It's available in different forms. What I bought that many years ago, you can see it's kind of worn, is one cover, Course in Miracles, and all 3 books are in the same cover. They can be purchased separately. But it was published in 1976, and then several folks, lots of people kind of took it and went with it. One of them was Jerry Jampolsky. I don't know if you've heard of him, he's now died. But Jerry Jampolsky was a medical doctor who worked with children with cancer. And he was really taken with the materials. He wound up writing a book called Love is Letting Go of Fear. He was invited and accepted the invitation to appear on Johnny Carson in 1979. So that gave a big boost. A lot more people heard about it, and a lot more students became involved with the course. Years later, you've heard of Marianne Williamson. She's another well-known student of the course, and she went on Oprah in 1992, and that again helped to spread the word about the Course in Miracles. So as I said, it's 3 different books. It's a total of about 1,330 pages. The biggest lesson initially for me, and still one of the central lessons, is we're always coming from love or fear. And we want to be in that love space. And fear is not feeling the love. And so fear is just a call for love. I want to read to you the introduction to the book. I'll tell you one more thing that appeals to me about it, especially having grown up Christian and trying so hard to submit myself to the will of something that was outside of me, and church fathers and the Bible and telling me what I was supposed to do or what I had to do. This is try it. It might be for you. Just do the exercises and see. If it doesn't appeal, there's another path that's for you. But if it's for you, it can really transform your life. So I like that even though I'm submitting to that inner guidance, it's my own higher will. It's getting me in alignment to what is the best for all, is the way that I see it. The introduction to A Course in Miracles. This is A Course in Miracles. It is a required course, only the time you take it is voluntary. Free will does not mean that you can establish the curriculum. It means only that you can elect what you want to take at a given time. The Course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for that is beyond what can be taught. It does aim, however, at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. The opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. This course can therefore be summed up very simply in this way. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. The peace of God may require some translation for some of us who aren't comfortable with God language. Whatever that means to you. For me, the peace of God is just at peace, content. There's nothing I've forgotten or overlooked or was supposed to do. And one of my favorite affirmations from the Course is, the peace of God is my one goal, the aim of all my living here, the end I seek, my purpose, my function, and my life, while I abide where I am not at home. And so I Googled. I've been dealing with it so long, it's hard to back up and summarize. But I Googled and got lots of opinions about the Course. And so I've written down 9 of them to share with you today. Other people's ideas about what the Course is. The underlying premise is that the greatest miracle is gaining an awareness of love's presence. It is a thought system which teaches that relationships are our unique opportunities for learning, awakening, and healing. A Course in Miracles is a course in changing our beliefs and perceptions, working and waking from the dream to ultimate reality. It is a psychological and spiritual course for removing obstacles to the natural flood of love, experiencing peace, and awakening to the love we all are. It's a path to spiritual and psychological awakening, to inner peace, and to experiencing love and oneness. The Course is a reinterpretation of Christianity. It's spoken in the voice of our elder brother, Jesus. It is a way to uncover what lies hidden within our ego thought systems, so that can be exposed to the light of truth to be healed in all of our issues. It's a course in how to heal and to heal relationships and save the world. The Course teaches us how to see, feel, and be the love in the world. And now, any one of those we could delve into, and I could talk about for another 5 or 10 minutes. But instead of going into one or more of those, what I want to do is share with you more readings from the back of our hymnal that seem to me to support some of these central ideas from Course in Miracles. The Course in Miracles for me is all about, and has impacted my understanding, enhanced and enriched the way I experience love, forgiveness, oneness, joy, peace, all of that is more accessible to me as I practice as a student of the Course in Miracles. If you want to follow along with me and pull out your hymnals, the first one I want to share is 458. There will be 4 that are responsive. With the others, I'll tell you the number. Sometimes it helps me if I can see the words while I'm hearing them, so I'll tell you where I am. But let's start with 458. Mindful of truth ever exceeding our knowledge, and community ever exceeding our practice, reverently we covenant together, beginning with ourselves as we are, to share the strength of integrity and the heritage of the Spirit in the unending quest for wisdom and love. I'll read the next one as well. This one is from Bill Schutz. This is the mission of our faith, to teach the fragile art of hospitality, to revere both the critical mind and the generous heart, to prove that diversity need not mean divisiveness, and to witness to all that we must hold the whole world in our hands. And then if you will, flip over to 512. And this is a responsive reading, but I'll read the first and then ask you to respond with the italics. Number 512 in the back of the head. This one is entitled, We Give Thanks This Day for the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations.
We give thanks this day
For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons.
We give thanks this day
For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements.
We give thanks this day
For our human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression.
We give thanks this day
For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared.
We give thanks this day
For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom.
We give thanks this day
For human liberty and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose.
We give thanks this day. We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds.
Thank you. May it be so. And then I want to read you one of my favorite prayers from Starhawk. This is 524 if you want to follow along. Earth Mother, Star Mother, you who are called by 1,000 names, may all remember we are cells in your body and dance together. You are the grain in a loaf that sustains us each day. And as you are patient with our struggles to learn, so shall we be patient with ourselves and one another. We are radiant light and sacred dark, the balance. You are the embrace that heartens and the freedom beyond fear. Within you we are born, we grow, live, and die. You bring us around the circle to rebirth. Within us you dance forever. And now, if you'll flip past that to 531, this is another responsive reading. This is the Oversoul, Ralph Waldo Emerson. In honor of our transcendentalist forefathers. Again, I'll ask you to respond. I'll read a line and ask you to read the next. Let us learn the revelation of all nature and thought, that the highest dwells within us, that the sources of nature are in our own minds.
As there is no stream or ceiling between our heads and the infinite heavens, so there is no bar or wall in the soul where we, in fact, cease and God, the cause begins.
I am constrained every moment to acknowledge a higher origin for events than the will I call mine.
There is deep power in which we exist, and whose humanity is accessible to us.
Every moment when the individual feels invaded by it is memorable.
It comes slowly and simple. It comes through surrender, without what's formed and cracked. It comes as insight. It comes as serenity and grace.
The soul's health consists in the fullness of its reception.
Forever and ever, the influx of this better and more universal self is new and unsearchable.
Within us is the soul of the whole, the wide silence, the universal beauty to which every part and particle is equally related, the eternal one.
When it breaks through our intellect, it is genius. When it breathes through our will, it is virtue. When it flows through our affections, it is love.
Amen. And now 580 is the next I'd like to share with you. 580, I'll read this one. This was written by the Reverend Mark Morrison Reed. And it is entitled The Task of the Religious Community. The central task of the religious community is to unveil the bonds that bind each to all. There is a connectedness, a relationship discovered amid the particulars of our own lives and the lives of others. Once felt, it inspires us to act for justice. It is the church that assures us that we are not struggling for justice on our own, but as members of a larger community. The religious community is essential, for alone our vision is too narrow to see all that must be seen, and our strength too limited to do all that must be done. Together, our vision widens, and our strength is renewed. I know I'm throwing a lot at you, but don't worry. Relax and go with it and take what appeals and don't worry about the rest. I look forward to our afterthoughts discussion and your reactions to anything we're talking about this morning. Number 647, I'm going to only read a bit of it. In temperament we differ, yet we are dedicated to one august destiny. Creeds divide us, but we share a common quest. Because we are human, we shall ever build our altars. Because each has a holy yearning, we offer everywhere our prayers and anthems. For an eternal verity abides beneath diversities. We are children of one great love, united in one eternal family. And I want to share with you from 662. And this is a responsive reading. I love it. I think you'll like it too. 662. Again, I'll read the first and ask you to respond to the italics. It's called Strange and Foolish Walls. The years of all of us are short, our lives precarious.
Our days are so very long, and there is scarcely time to do the little that we might.
Yet, we find time for bitterness, for petty treason and evasion.
What can we do to stretch our hearts enough to lose their littleness?
Here we are, all of us, all upon this planet, bound together in a common destiny.
Within our lives, between the briefness of the daylight and the dark.
Kindred in this, each lighted by the same precarious, flickering flame of life. How does it happen that we are not kindred in all things else?
How strange and foolish are these walls of separation that divide us.
Amen. And now I'm going to go back to 468 and again ask you to read responsively. 468. We need one another. I'm sorry, we're going kind of fast, flipping around. Thank you, Adrian. Which one? Okay. So I'll ask you to respond on number 468. We need one another. We need one another when we mourn and would be comforted.
We need one another when we are troubled and afraid.
We need one another when we are in despair, in temptation, and need to be recalled to our best selves again.
We need one another when we would accomplish some great purpose and cannot do it alone.
We need one another in the hour of success, when we look for someone to share our triumphs.
We need one another in the hour of defeat, when with encouragement we endure and stand again.
We need one another when we come to die and would have gentle hands prepare us for the journey.
All our lives are in need, and others are in need of us.
Amen. 694 is the next I'd like to read for you.
I feel like you're trying to make us do math today.
Sorry.
I feel like you're making us do math today.
At least we were trying.
694. May the love which overcomes all differences, which heals all wounds, which puts to flight all fears, which reconciles all who are separated, be in us and among us, now and always. We talk about love a lot here. You know, we together this morning, we did our affirmation. Love is the spirit of this fellowship. We've recently heard from Jane and Randy that at GA this year, our annual meeting, the delegates voted to accept the new formation of our values with love at the center, like a flower and all the different blooms, with the justice, equity, transformation, plurality. All of those values are kind of replacing the principles and purposes that we've all known for years. We're all about love. I remember 12, 15 years ago at GA in North Carolina, that was soon after the announcement of the UUA national campaign about standing on the side of love, and those gold t-shirts with love, and whenever the UUs in any city would show up as allies to advocate for something that needed to be called out, other churches would say, oh, there's the love people. They're the love people in those gold shirts. I love us being the love people, and I love that it's okay to talk about it here. I grew up thinking it had to be earned and it was private and you know, and now I finally realize it doesn't have to be earned. It's there. I just have to open up and receive it and share it and channel it and let it flow. So thank you for indulging me in going on our love journey this morning. The next one I'd like to read for you is another favorite of mine written by the Reverend Wayne B. Arneson, and it's number 698. I'll read it aloud for us. 698. Wow. I'm sorry, I am almost to the end, and I'll try to speak more loudly. 698. Take courage, friends. The way. There was some time. I'm sorry. I'll wait for you. Take courage, friends. The way is often hard. The path is never clear, and the stakes are very high. Take courage, for deep down there is another truth. You are not alone. And the final reading I'd like to share with you this morning as part of the program is from number 713. This is from the Bible, from 1 Corinthians. 7:1-3. Keep alert. Stand firm in your faith. Be courageous. Be strong. Let all that you do be done in love. May it be so. And now is the time for our offertory, which is given and received. Great appreciation. As Abby mentioned, anything that's not part of your regular pledge will go to help our internal Helping Hands Fund. Gifts are received and appreciated. And now is the time for the sharing of joys and concerns. I want to remind us all that we are live streaming, so you are invited to come and share. Everything that you say may be seen on, if anybody is following us, worshiping with us this morning, via live stream on Facebook, or afterwards it will be recorded and up on Facebook. So just be aware. We do invite you to please say your first name, as some of us are still trying to get to know one another. So you are invited to share this morning. I want to share one more reading with you as we begin joys and concerns. I'll also remind you, Reverend James asked us to make the announcement of joys and concerns. If you have a particular need, even if it's one that you don't want to share publicly, you do have pastoral care available. Even when Jane is not with us physically, she's available by phone. You can call on Reverend Jane for pastoral help. Our intern, ministerial student, Randy Blanche, is with us for at least another year, and is also so very willing to be called on if you have a particular need. I'll remind the newer people, I'm the pastoral care associate here, and I was commissioned by the church many years ago to be our volunteer pastoral care associate. So I'm happy to be available to you as needed. And of course, we're a shared ministry community. We call on one another. So as you have needs, whether you can share them or not, know that you're not alone. We're here to support one another. Spirit of community in which we share and find strength and common purpose. We turn our minds and hearts toward one another, seeking to bring into our circle of concern all who need our love and support. Those who are ill, those who are in pain, either in body or in spirit, those who are lonely, those who feel wronged. Please come and share as you will. You can come down front, light a candle, place a stone, or rise and speak from where you are.
This is a candle of joy because recently we had a board meeting, and at our board meeting we went ahead and approved the installation of solar panels on our building. So beginning months, we are going to have that installation happening, and we'll be able to conserve energy as well as feel some of those benefits of our cost savings and our electric bills. So that is a super beacon of light in our community and also in our environment.
Amen. I'm gonna make the candle green, because this is part of our quest to be in harmony in our memory. Thank you, Abby. Honey?
I'm Connie Ressler. I have several joys. I finally have my car insured. I was very leery of driving it. But I don't have, my driver's license in Alabama is going to expire. So it's going to be difficult to get a Georgia license. I don't know exactly when I can get it, how I can get it, but anyway. Another joy is my son Craig came down from Michigan to visit, and the two brothers see each other so seldom that it's just a joy to see them together. You know, they like each other. And a joy and a concern is my son Rand is, I believe, if everything goes according to plan. Can you hear me?
Yes.
He should be over the Atlantic. He is taking 7 students from Georgia Southern to Ireland for a week. They're lucky students. And they should fly home a week from today. So that's my, but I am concerned. I should not be concerned, but mothers are concerned, right? Yes, mothers are always concerned. Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Connie. Are there other joys or concerns to be shared?
Izzy. The boy is gonna have a mom. What? Oh.
So this is Izzy, and she has a joy in her mom, Erin. Anything else?
She didn't want to come up alone. We both have
Okay,
concern to
there.
get a job.
Yeah.
We're trying to find a good one that gives us both things that we need. And happiness. Yes. She wasn't going. It's really why she wanted to do this on Congress.
They're standing there.
Just push it. I'll add a joy that I worked on JetPay before, and Jaden asked me to work on a JetPay coloring page. So that was my incentive this week for getting stuff done. Is I would work on my coloring page every couple weeks.
Thank you, Izzy. It's a joy for me to see Helga and Tanya able to be here with us this morning. They are members and supportive and aren't able to be with us often, but we're so glad to see them this morning. I'm so glad to see you this morning.
We're equally happy to be here.
Wonderful. And I didn't mention that one of my Course in Miracles fellow students, Miss Justine, is here. She'll, I'm sure, give me a review afterwards what I got right and wrong. Justine and our sister students of the course and have spent much time in discussion about it. And I'm pleased also another meditation friend, Patty, is here this morning. I'm sorry, Bella.
I was just happy to see two members that have come for the first time. That was very nice. And I was able to bring a neighbor. And I see some new faces, so that's good.
Yes, life is good. Are there other joys and concerns we want to sing aloud this morning? Hear these words. We are part of a web of life that makes us one with all humanity, one with all the universe. We are grateful for the miracle of consciousness that we share, the consciousness that gives us the power to remember, to love, and to care for one another. May it ever be so. Amen. And blessed be. And so now I will extinguish the chalice and invite you to open this big altar. The joys and concerns. I'm sorry. The check's a little behind the action. We're going to sing Spirit of Life before we extinguish the chalice. Good thing I pushed that. And thanks to Mo for leading us. Stand as you're able and willing, and let's sing together Spirit of Life.
The Statesboro Food Bank is having their grand reopening or opening. I forgot what they're called.
Grand opening at the new place.
That's right. In honor of the Bill Brannon Food Bank. So those of you who know him or met him here, which I did, just know that that's happening. I forgot when on this.
8 a.m. to the 23rd. Is that Tuesday or Thursday? It's Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Is that not right? I think that's right. All right. Do we have other announcements? Okay. We will stand and sing our benediction, but again, I want to invite you to get some coffee. There's lots of good refreshments. Thank you to everyone who is bringing food and making the coffee, especially to Richard and Bella who are supervising, to folks who volunteer like Kathy and Larry who bring goodies. So we appreciate you all. After we sing Go Now in Peace, please go partake of refreshments and come back. I'm very interested in hearing your reactions, your thoughts about what was shared this morning. So let's stand and sing together. Thank you, Rose, for our benediction.